Yo guys, here we are back with another one. This time we're making Southwestern chicken. It's a good summer recipe. Really enjoyed it. So we start off by grabbing our ingredients, some beans, some corn. It's nice to get it from a can if you don't feel like getting fresh from the store. Grab some yogurt, grab some mayonnaise, and then you're going to grab our spices. Coriander, ground mustard, black pepper, salt, cumin, onion powder, chili powder, red pepper flakes, oregano, paprika. And we're doing this just to make our taco seasoning, or you could just buy a taco seasoning packet from the store if you want. Help you save you some time, but it's always better to make stuff yourself if you're able to. If you want to make this, use about 1 tablespoon chili powder, 1.5 teaspoons ground cumin, 1 teaspoon sea salt, 1 teaspoon ground black pepper, half a teaspoon ground paprika, 1/4 teaspoon garlic powder, 1/4 teaspoon onion powder, 1/4 teaspoon crushed red pepper flakes, and 1/4 teaspoon dried oregano. That's make about one good portion, but if you're going to use about 4 or 5 pounds of meat, you probably want to make a double portion of this, so just double everything. Give everything a quick little mix before you start adding your wet ingredients. Alright, you probably want to add about 4 tablespoons of salsa. Your favorite salsa. Maybe a good chunky one. You're also going to add some yogurt. About 1/4 of a cup. I just use this whole yogurt to get rid of it. Then you're about to add a great ingredient as well, mayonnaise. Depending on if you're a fan or not, add about 1/4 of a cup of that as well. And then you want to add 1 lime. I got this little lime juice container from the mixer section of the alcohol section of Meyer. It has these little containers of lemon and lime, and I really like them because you don't always have to get the fresh lime and lemon to squeeze then. And then you just mix up your little topping here for your Southwestern chicken. And then you can just set that in the fridge for now while you cook your chicken. Get your oven on. You're going to want to at 425, and depending on how much you eat, 2 pounds to 4 to 5 pounds, somewhere in that range is good for you. We're going to bake the chicken. Butter up your pans. You're going to set your oven for 20 minutes, and then you're going to flip them. I recommend, if they're really big chicken breasts, that you kind of cutting them in half or trim them down before you start baking them, because if they're really thick, they're not going to cook properly, and you don't want to get sick because you're going to be eating this the whole week. So it's almost sometimes better to overcook and make sure it's cooked fully. You just flip it in every chicken, and you're going to set it back in the oven for another 20 minutes. While you're waiting for the chicken to cook, this is a good time to start cutting up your peppers. And just opening up those cans, the cans of beans you're going to add to the recipe, the cans of corn, and you can drain and wash them because that's going to get all mixed together. You can also cook the beans if you really want to, but canned beans are fine on their own usually. After you take the chicken out of the oven, you're going to really want this to cool for a bit. Don't throw it in the blender right away because it's going to be very hot. But you want this nice and shredded for this recipe. If you got a nice Ninja blender like this, it'll grind it down to little bits, no problem. I mean, you don't have to do this if you don't want to, but sometimes you just got to change up the way you make your food. And it's going to go straight into this mix that we made earlier. So, yeah, I'd recommend getting the chicken in there first. We want this to coat. In case you overcooked it and it's dry, this is really going to help you fix that problem if you overcooked your chicken. But it's kind of hard to do that when you bake it. Throw in your pepper, your onion, your beans, your corn, and mix everything together. And you got yourself a great little recipe here. Thanks for watching, guys, and hope you enjoy this meal.